Hi, it's Nadine Peart here, and today I'm going to be talking about overworking. Do you ever feel like you're overworking in your relationship? Do you feel like you're the one putting in more effort than your partner or the guy that you've just started dating? Do you kind of feel like you're running after them? That you're kind of exhausted or almost feeling like you're almost resentful that you're not getting the attention back that you're actually giving? This can really create a horrible feeling. And I actually know what that feels like, to be that person who seems or feels like they're more invested in a relationship than the other person. And sometimes we kind of give more hoping to receive something back, but it doesn't happen. So what happens is that when we're overworking, when we're overdoing it in a relationship, the other person actually doesn't feel like they can step into a space to move towards us, meaning that we're kind of like over them in a way. Now, the person who is the overdoer doesn't necessarily think that that's what they're doing, but for the receiver of that, they can kind of feel like you're sort of smothering them. And what really needs to happen is for the overdoer to step back and to stop doing so much. Though the problem with overdoers is that then they fear that they're going to lose something, or they fear that that other person won't come forward and that they won't meet them, and that maybe that other person doesn't want as much or want them as much as they want them. So it creates this kind of inner turmoil and a cycle that seems to be very difficult to break. So my encouragement is to have the courage to sit back, otherwise known as leaning back in the relationship, to allow the other the space to come forwards. So you need to create space to breathe, space to think, space to feel, and then of course the space to move forwards. Now what tends to happen is when someone sits back a little bit is that the other person doesn't necessarily change straight away. So the person who's leaning back can feel like that person is never going to move into a space or come forwards to meet them, and it can feel a little scary. Though the previous overdoer needs to trust that process, and they need to do it from a place of love and heart and, as I said, trust. So if you're leaning back and you're being a little bit attitudey with it, or you're doing it as a test, then the person is going to feel that. It can feel a little bit passive aggressive. We want you to do this from a place of trust and love. So it's got to be gentle. It's got to be in a place that you know, for the greater good of your own health and emotional well-being, and for the relationship, that it's really good for you to just stop doing and resting more and being more present and allowing in the relationship. So really encourage, if you're an overworker, and I know that you, some of you listening to this must be, because I get lots of emails about women wanting to know how to bring a guy closer. And the fact of the matter is, if your guy doesn't come closer, then maybe that guy isn't for you. There is that reality in life, but you're not going to know that unless you give him the space to come to you. So remain warm, remain open, do this consistently, yeah? So consistency is the key. Once again, don't freak out if he doesn't move forward straight away. Give him time and space to move into the space, and you'll find what you need to know. And also just be more peaceful and confident and believe in yourself to know that you deserve that. And if it doesn't arrive, it is okay, because then you will know the information that you need to make decisions about your future and what you really want in a loving, connected, intimate relationship. So I'm going to leave you with that, and best of luck with it, and let me know how you go. Thank you.